Introducing you to my Asura's Wrath hard difficulty video walkthrough. This is chapter 13, this is Cause and Effect, and we are playing as Yasha, the coolest character in the game in my opinion, and a pretty fun dude to fight with. Couple of things to note though, he does fight differently to Asura, but if you use the same techniques that I've been teaching or I've been showing you throughout the game, where you hold the attack button to knock people up, you jump with them and come down when you hold it, all that good stuff, you shouldn't have too much issue here. But just bear in mind, there's a lot of dudes that do a lot of damage, and Yasha is pretty fragile, so have a lot of fun, enjoy it. You shouldn't have too much difficulty. And I am now sitting here with my girlfriend, who watched me record this actually, and we're going to talk some Asura's Wrath from her perspective, so you can get a complete alien view on this game. So what do you think to Asura's Wrath?
It's very melodramatic. That's what I noticed, especially from the cutscenes and stuff. The fighting not so much, but...
Well, what would you say is melodramatic about it?
It's very over the top. In a good way.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But I like it. It was fun to watch compared to other things I've seen you play.
Yeah. Because there is a two-human co-op guide coming,
oh, no,
and Danielle is going to do all the commentary for that one because it's her favourite game.
Two Human is one of the worst games I've ever seen you play. That's so boring.
Did you know that there's a lawsuit being put from that studio that created Two Human towards the people whose engine they used because they think they kept secrets from them that stopped the game looking really nice.
It could have been gilded in gold and it would have still been boring as shit. It was dull.
Yeah, but why was it boring?
It just was.
Why?
I can't remember. I've blocked it from my memory. I've tried to erase that part of my life.
Two Human could have been really, really good, but it was really, really bad. So, unfortunately, you never get what you want with some of these titles. But you'll notice right now, I'm in a spot of bother, so I go into unlimited mode, and Yasha's unlimited mode is ridiculously rangy, so make sure you make the most of it. And this is another on-rails Panzer Dragoon style moment where you get to lock onto a bunch of stuff and fire projectiles. It's all pretty simple, guys. It's, jump to evade, make sure you're pretty quick on your aiming, and the more chains you get as far as linking full, 8 locks, the higher the grade you'll get at the end if you're going for the S ranks, and some of them are quite difficult. But have you ever seen any games like this before that you've witnessed?
I don't know. It reminds me of something. Is there another Asura's Wrath, or is this the first game?
This is the first game.
See, I thought there was another one.
Why?
I don't know. It reminds me of something, and I don't know what.
What console is it from? Is it reminding you?
I don't know.
What year is it from?
I don't know. No, just the characters and maybe I've seen you play this before and I've not remembered it.
I think you've seen me play it before. I've played it quite a lot, quite some time ago.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a fun game, but like I've said to the people listening, and I've said to you, this is one of those games that lives and dies on its cutscenes, and I'm removing them in this guide because this is just pretty much showing you how to do the bits where you actually play, and that is a major disservice to this game because the cutscenes are fantastic, and the story that it tells is actually pretty good considering it's all, overly dramatic, cliche, giant people shouting at each other, everyone's getting betrayed, and all that good stuff. And this game is really cheap, in bargain bins, everywhere. So, I don't care if you only play sports games, I don't care if you only play first-person shooters, there's something in this game that you will enjoy, because it's just that stupid and that fun. And you could play this. Not to say that you're not gifted enough to play things, but this is a game you could pick up and play, and I think you could have a really good time with it. Because you don't have to invest too much time to get really good, and the rewards are immediate. Because you get satisfaction from pressing the buttons and stuff.
Unlike lots of other things.
Well, yeah.
Slamming a button and nothing's happening.
Exactly. Because this game, it does feel nice. There are moments when it's kind of lacking. I personally think that the demo was a bit of a disservice to it as well.
Is the demo not as good as what's in the game?
No, it's the opposite. The demo shows you... There you go, ruining everything for everyone. It showed you 2 different boss encounters.
Right.
and 2 really epic and awesome boss encounters. And the only problem is when you play the game, it makes you think that every boss is going to get bigger, get more grandiose and huger, and they kind of don't. So you have this, you come into the game with this apprehension that you're going to get ridiculously oversized bosses, and the biggest boss on the game is probably one of the ones in the demo, because it's a dude that becomes bigger than the planet. And
so it's like film trailer mentality of
Ex-
let's show all the best bits.
Exactly. But
Then
that,
the rest of it's kind of...
that's not to say that the rest of it's not good. It's just some of the other bosses in the game are amazing, but you saw one of the generals get killed in that cutscene, you know, when he just got cut in half. That really effeminate one.
Yeah.
You didn't get to fight him, which is really disappointing, because he could have turned into some giant, awesome monster guy.
Transformed.
And somebody you haven't seen is an old guy, a general dude, like an old bearded wizard guy. You crushed him in a box, so you never got to see him go super fancy boss fight. So these 7 generals that you expected to be 7 really good fights, even, it would technically be 6 because Asura is classed as one of them. You only fight maybe 5 of them, or 4, so that's a little bit disappointing. And I don't know, as funny as it sounds as I'm cocking up all these laser jumps, I thought the game was going to be more crazy and bigger than it was.
Yeah.
But I think that's because I like Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z is
Maybe that's what I'm
bigger and
thinking that
crazier
it's
than
reminding me of.
everything. It's very similar, and a lot of it is almost blatant homage to those kind of series. It's very similar to Fist of the North Star. It's very similar to... It's probably got, you know, some kind of traces to Naruto and all that kind of stuff.
I think the bit that's reminded me of other things is the cutscenes, where they're shouting at each other.
Yeah, that's very Dragon Ball Z.
Everything's shouting. No one just talks. I think that's...
You can't talk. They're talking about really important stuff, and they're really
all the
mad.
time.
Exactly. Everything is madness.
And I said I liked this bit as well, how you were killing Buddhas and then those flying things are like lotus flowers.
Yeah,
it's all very
the
themed.
design aesthetic on this game is absolutely fantastic.
It's very pretty.
And I think it's because they've got sections like this, you know, that probably aren't that intensive on the hardware, so they can afford to have more art.
Like the guy's head swirly thing.
Because you know, if you took out all the gameplay in this game, it's about an hour. It might be 3 hours of gameplay, and the rest of it is interactive cutscenes. So it makes me wonder: does everything look so interesting and so different because they had all that extra budget to put into it because the gameplay was so small?
Maybe, but it looks nice. So.
Oh, it does. And for anybody wondering, that run just then was an S rank, and it does spell ass, as Danielle is laughing at the digits. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope the videos are helping, and you take care.